commerce, industry, and agriculture. We'll be talking today about the opportunities in the halal market, how to capture a market share in the halal market, and the initiative that the Islamic Chamber of Commerce is doing to develop this market qualitatively and quantitatively. Allow me to share my screen and start our presentation immediately. So, if we are talking about the market, the general conception is the halal market concerns only halal certified companies that are mainly focused on the slaughterhouses and producer of meat and meat products, and a further special focus on those exporting to Muslim countries. Yet, that's a very small part of the market. We look at the halal market that is concerning all producers, traders, and service provider, catering, for example, working in the food, cosmetics, fashion, travel, and many other industries that serve Muslims all over the world. Now, let me explain each and every point that I'm making right now. So, Muslims are spread all over the globe. 20% over 20% of the Muslim population are living in non-Muslim countries. So Muslims are living everywhere. And since halal concerns Muslim life, it concerns every aspect of the Muslim life. So it concerns his food, his cosmetics that women are using, pharmaceutical, tourism, fashion, and even finance and insurance, of course. Now, if we look to this aspects of the halal economy from a financial perspective, is it that worth it? And the answer is obviously yes. The halal food size, for example, we are talking about $1.3 trillion. But again, in the fashion, in the media, in the travel, in the pharmaceutical, it's a sizable market size. Now, if we look at food, the typical perception of the slaughterhouses, it's not really the only place where halal is there. The farm also, because the fodder provided to animals might contain at some point of time protein sources that are actually blood, and that's not allowed in the Islamic Sharia. Slaughterhouses is very obvious. There is a proper way for slaughtering, and then the processing of food, whether it is food-based products or not. So, for example, the candies for the kids manufactured by M&M's were asked if it is halal, what they are doing, and the answer was very obvious. M&M are not suitable for halal diet. That's their website, or actually Twitter. Logistics, again, for the transportation and storage of products might render halal product as non-halal by contamination of contact. Catering, for example, as a service at the last mile of serving can be affected by non-halal ingredients. Again, it's ingredients. So the whole supply chain of the food can be affected, and it has to be halal for the end product to be halal. Now, the question is this line of business worth it? And yes, it's growing every year. There's a compound annual growth rate of around 6.3% year over year. Now, the halal food market constitutes 17% of the global food market. Now, considering that the Muslim constitute almost 25% of the population, we have 8% to grow just by mere serving all the Muslims all over the world. Now, again, to enforce the idea that's not only meat that is being searched for, Muslims are searching for halal dessert, chocolate, ready meals, and stuff like that. Now, if we look at cosmetics, again, it's big and growing. So from 2014 to 2024, it's continuously growing year over year. It only went down a bit during the lockdown period of the COVID, but again, it picked up again. Now, the question is, what type of cosmetics product? And a deep dive analysis shows that each and every type of cosmetic product, halal product, is being sold and it is growing, whether it's skincare, it's makeup, it's hair care, and other cosmetic products. It's all growing all over the world. The question is this only sold to Muslims? Is halal only targeted to Muslims? The answer is no. Actually, halal is perceived as a product of quality and safety. 15% of people asked all over 20, 30 countries perceived halal product as good quality and safer product. So this applies also to food. Some people buy halal food because it's safer, it's good quality. So it's a big market and it's growing. Travel is the same. Obviously, for Muslim countries, there is a good chunk of halal travel. Yet in Russia and France, there is also a good chunk of halal travel. Muslims are seeking halal in everything they do, whether it's travel, it's food, it's cosmetics, what they wear, it's everything. Now, the investments, again, saw the opportunity and are embarking on it. So there is a lot of products claimed, new products claimed to be halal every year, and it's growing in all over the world. Latin America, Middle East, Asia Pacific, Europe, it's growing year over year. And the investment deals in halal products worldwide are also growing. I'm talking about 61% number of investments in halal products and halal companies. 38 transactions in the Islamic finance, 27 in media, 14 in travel and tourism. So investment is not shy of participating and developing this market. Now, is this a smooth sailing market? No, there are some challenges in there. So what are the challenges that we have seen in the halal market? Part of it is the consumer confusion. There is a lot of halal marks out there. Anybody can develop a halal mark and put it on their product. Now, the question is this halal mark authentic? Does it actually announce that this product is actually halal? Is it being certified or not? A question mark that the consumer is facing every day. Now, some of the traders, some of the producers, would like to be certified as halal. And he finds that there are multiple standards that he can comply with. There is a Islamic standard that's developed by the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. There is the GSO standard, the Gulf Standard Organization. There is an Indonesian standard. There is a Malaysian standard. And there are some frameworks that are not an actual formal standard developed by Muslim associations in India, in Europe, and globally. So for the producer, which standard should I comply with? There is a confusion. Now, some traders believe that we must do our job and try to trade in halal products. And they ask producers to present them with a halal certificate of their products. And we have seen halal certificates that are not authentic, unfortunately. So we need to give a mean to traders to authenticate and validate halal certificate that they're getting. We have also asked non-Muslim businessmen, how do they see the halal market? Most of them see as it's promising and growing market. That's clear and it's being seen by everybody, Muslims and non-Muslims. But to them, it's confusing. Which standard should I follow? It's fishy. They see some products labeled as halal, they know that it contains ingredients that's not halal. And sometimes it's messy. Products are getting into some countries and it's not getting into other countries. So which one to follow? The problem and the confusion is not limited to non-Muslim businessmen. It's also extending to Muslim businessmen. Some of them know that we need halal certificate, but how to get it? Some of them know that the halal market is big and growing, but how to get the benefits and reap it? Some of them believe that we are not in the halal in the meat business, so we don't need a halal mark or a halal certificate. And some of them believe that since I'm not exporting to Muslim countries, I'm only exporting to non-Muslim countries, then I don't need halal certificate. That's not the case. Now, in the Islamic Chamber, we have realized all these problems and we are trying to find a solution for them. So, first question, who are we? Who is the Islamic Chamber of Industry, Commerce, and Agriculture? First, there is the organization of the Islamic Cooperation with 57 Muslim countries as members. Part of it, as its organ, similar to like the United Nations, we have the Islamic Chamber of Commerce that is caring for the private sector all over the 57 countries. And the Islamic Chamber of Commerce created the Islamic Chamber Halal Services to operate on a global scale, developing the halal market qualitatively and quantitatively. And to do that, we are soliciting fatwa or the advice from Majma al-Fiqh al-Islami, Islamic Fiqh Academy, and standards from CIMIC, that's the official standard of the OIC. Yet, as a question of which standard to follow, we do respect the standards of each individual countries. We respect individual formal standards of different countries. So, going about our initiatives, we have mainly 4 lines of business. The Islamic Chamber Halal Certification. We actually certify products and company to be halal. We provide a mean of collaboration and growing the market through a platform, an online platform, Islamic Chamber Market Intelligence Platform, and to increase the exposure of producers, traders, and service providers to the halal market and demystify a lot of confusion. We are organizing Islamic Chamber Halal Events. And for those countries that want to streamline their getting into the halal market and getting a bigger share of the halal market, we are providing country consultation. So for the halal certification system, we have developed Halal Platform, an online platform that caters to all parties involved in the certification process, whether it's a producer, our internal auditing team, internal operations, certification committee, and it even enables consumer and the authorities in different countries to validate any halal certificate or halal mark label put on a product. Now, the certification platform has artificial intelligent algorithm that mixes standards depending on the destination export country. So if a producer, for example, in Poland is looking to export to United Arab Emirates and to Malaysia, the system will automatically mix the standards of the Malaysian and the GSO standard and certify the company to both standards. So it's an easier and more cost-effective way for producers and traders to get certified. Now, to help consumers, we have registered the Halal Mark. It's actually registered in the UK, and it carries a QR code that can be scanned by any simple smartphone in a supermarket or something, so the consumer can validate what is this product, when it was certified, to which standard it was certified. We are trying to give transparency and trust in this Halal Mark. So what's the difference between us and their many halal certification bodies? There are a lot of many. We respect everybody. We cooperate with everybody. We're not trying to compete. But we don't leave our producers and traders just after the certification. We help them grow the market. We help them get exposed to trade partners from all over the world, not only the Muslim countries, but also from non-Muslim countries. And we provided by a halal mark that is trusted by consumers. Now, getting this as the first enabler for companies and business to be able to get into this market, we try to help them grow the market. And we try to help them through the second initiative we have, the Halal Market Platform. The idea is the platform is to enable companies to search for other trade partners all over the world, because producers buy raw material, traders buy products and sell products, and service providers always buy products. So they need to search for trade partners, verify their halal status, and then connect with them and establish business deals. That's what we are trying to do. So we have developed this online platform. We invite you all to register. It's a free registration for producers, traders, service providers, and even countries can be there, provide their lines of business, get exposed to other traders from all over the world. Now, once we break the 25,000 companies threshold, we will enable, actually it's there, enable companies to register specific products and services, not only line of business. So instead of saying that we are registered dairy product, I can be specific in each and every product. Now, again, this is open for those companies that would like to go that way and do transactions on the platform. Furthermore, we provide intelligence on the market. What product is being sold where and to whom? So we can enable more intelligence in this market. Allow me to share with you a short presentation explaining what we're doing.
Do you have interest in the halal market? In today's fast-moving world, Do you have interest in the halal market? In today's fast-moving world, hundreds of thousands of traders, producers, and service providers strive to grow but suffer from lack of access to information about trade partners providing halal products and services. How many trade partners can you find on a trade visit to a country or from visiting an industry event? This limits the full leverage of the opportunity at hand and not the best use of valuable resources including time and money. The Islamic Chamber Halal Platform is the first cutting-edge technological solution that caters to the halal industry's needs, filling the gap that has long existed. The platform connects producers, traders, service providers, and consumers from around the world, allowing them to find each other, connect as well as discover opportunities for trade and growth. Let's show you how easy it is. Go to platform.ic-halal.com, click sign up, then fill up your basic information. You will then log in to complete your data. And you can start searching for other companies. Many search parameters exist to help you pinpoint your search. You can look for producers of finished goods, additives, or ingredients for your products, or you can look for trade partners or service providers. To complement this search, you can find a brief about the country that you intend to trade with. In short, we help you grow your business. Sign up now and find trade partners you need to tap into the $7.8 trillion halal market and reach 1.9 billion halal consumers globally. As growing the halal market is part of our mandate, usage of the platform for signing up and finding trade partners is totally free. Sign up today on platform.ic-halal.com.
So, what do we provide? Commercial opportunity, global exposure, and market intelligence. That, very simply put, is what the Halal platform does provide to producers and traders from all over the world. Now, moving to the third line of business, it's the Halal Events. We actually look at the Halal Events as three different categories. First is the Halal Expo, where an expo is organized by Islamic Chamber. It's rotating among countries. It has a commercial orientation, yet it doesn't neglect the educational part. So it has a conference and it has one-to-one meeting for the transaction. The second category is branding events, where we attend the major and the largest industry-specific events in the world, whether in food or cosmetics all around the world, to talk to producers, demystify halal histories, answer questions, be there, provide presentation, increase awareness. The third is partner events, where we try to get good deals for our member companies, whether from the Islamic world or non-Islamic world, to get exposed and present their products and service to everybody. Why are we doing this? To give a commercial-based event. We found that events being there are only industry events where they don't actually have a halal focus, or a halal focused event on the educational side only without the commercial. So we're trying to mix both of them, and we're trying to serve all stakeholders. So our expos has the exhibition pillar, the conference pillar, and one-on-one meetings to ensure that there is a commercial value in this event. Of course, it's done in physical and virtual arrangements to enable the most to benefit out of this. And we are inviting and participation of all industry, whether food, additives, raw material, pharmaceutical, cosmetics, travel, fashion, finance, insurance, e-business, whatever it is, whatever it serves the halal market, we are welcoming them and enabling them to get exposed and provide value to others. Our calendar for 2023 is long. We have a partnership with World Trade, World Catering and Overboard Services in Germany. It was one of the largest events in the world in the catering service. In July, we have in Malaysia, Islamic Chamber Halal Expo. In August, we have a Halal Expo in Nigeria. In September, we have a Mecca Halal Expo. And in November, South Africa, Islamic Chamber Halal Expo. Last but not least, is the country consultation. I will be brief about this, is that we provide support to countries to build their and improve their ecosystem, whether it's strategies, standards, legislations, trade agreements, and we help them with capacity building in the human and enterprise development, and in the market entry, whether online or physical, or product registration, for example, the cosmetic products to enter the European and the US markets. So we help everybody grows. Now, to summarize, we are inviting actually you to register on the platform. It's free. It takes less than 5 minutes to register. And we invite member countries of the chambers and association attending this seminar to invite their members to join and register. The same is for Halal Expos and events. Express your interest and invite your members to express their interest. We'll be summarizing with an email sent to you after this webinar, summarizing what we stated and providing the links to the webinar on the YouTube and the links to register, whether it's platform and Halal Expos. To this end, I'll thank you for your attention and we'll start taking questions. So we had a question about the URL, and we're providing this in the summary email that we'll be sending. There is a question about funding for expos and events. Again, expos and events are commercial based, and it's getting funded from the event itself. We are a non-for-profit organization, so our objective is not really profit, rather than growing the halal market qualitatively and quantitatively as stated. But every service that we provide has a price, cost. It's not like purely commercial events yet. It has a cost that's funding the event and the initiative itself. We have questions about our relation with CIMIC. And actually, CIMIC and the ICIA are both organs to the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. So it's like the UNESCO and the UNDP, for example. They are both organs to the United Nations. And we cooperate and collaborate with CIMIC tightly. We, as a representative to the private sector, are member of the technical committees of CIMIC. So we do voice the private sector feedback to CIMIC while developing the standards. And CIMIC are present with us, and we are present with them in their events, and they are present with us in our events. We collaborate in the country consultation, where we're providing them countries, with consultation on developing their own national standards. So yes, we cooperate very tightly with CIMIC, with Majma al-Fiqh al-Islami, Islamic Fiqh Academy, and other organizations like IOFS, for example. We have a question asking, is it right to say that we are a sub-agency for OIC? Actually, the Islamic Chamber of Commerce, Industry, and Agriculture is an organ of the OIC. You can find this on the OIC website, and you can find this on the ICCIA website. We are an organ of the OIC. Yet, the Islamic Chamber Halal Service is a private sector that's wholly owned by the ICCIA. So the company is not an organ of the OIC. The ICCIA is, and we are wholly owned by ICCIA. The certification arm of the OIC, we are actually in talks to the OIC to be labeled as an OIC arm for certification, correct? But now we are not. So, any other questions? With this, I conclude our webinar for today. I thank you very much for your attendance. We'll be sending you an email, as I said, summarizing our main points for today and listing the URL that's interesting for you. We remain at your disposal. You can respond to the email with any question that you have. We'll answer them as soon as possible. And we invite you again to join our platform and our events.